These two golden coins, one from 1984 and one from 1988, may look ordinary, but they hide secrets that could surprise every collector. Some rare versions of these coins have sold for shocking prices, and most people never even knew what they had in their hands. So stay tuned, because what I'm about to reveal about these French 20 centimes coins might just change the way you look at every old coin forever. Welcome to World Coins Explorer. The year 1984. A time when the world was changing rapidly, and even a small coin could hold a big story. Among those fascinating relics is the French 20 centimes coin of 1984. A piece that looks ordinary at first glance, yet carries a legacy of revolution, artistry, and hidden value. When you hold this coin in your hand, you're not just touching metal, you're touching decades of European history. It was minted under the French Fifth Republic, and its design reflects the spirit of liberty, equality, and fraternity. The same ideals born from the French Revolution itself. But what most people don't know is that behind its simple golden color and small size lies a tale that connects politics, economy, and rare coin mysteries. And yes, some versions of this very coin have shocked collectors by selling for far more than anyone could imagine. The 20 centimes coin was part of a long-running series introduced in 1962, right after France underwent major economic and currency reforms. By 1984, this coin had become one of the most recognizable pieces of change circulating in everyday French life. Made from a copper-aluminum alloy known as Nordic gold, it carried a warm golden tone that gave it a rich appearance despite its low denomination. The obverse side featured the image of Marianne, the national symbol of France, a woman wearing a Phrygian cap representing freedom and the Republic. Her face wasn't just an artistic choice. It was a reminder to every citizen of the revolutionary ideals that built modern France. Every stroke of the engraving told a story of resilience and national pride. But wait, there's more to it than beauty. In 1984, certain mints produced limited batches with tiny design variations that today make those pieces extremely valuable. On the reverse side, the coin proudly displayed the words Liberté, Égalité, Fraternité, Liberty, Equality, and Brotherhood, the timeless motto of France. Beneath that, the denomination 20 centimes and the date 1984 were inscribed, surrounded by wheat ears and olive branches, symbols of prosperity and peace. At first sight, it looks like a simple everyday coin, something people once used to buy a baguette or a newspaper. But the real fascination begins when you dig deeper. Some coins were minted with slightly different fonts, missing mint marks, or shifted edges, and those tiny errors are what collectors today crave. Such error coins can turn a simple 20 centime piece into a hidden treasure worth hundreds of dollars. The mystery behind these rare mintings still excites numismatists all over the world. The mint marks on the 1984 20 centimes coin also tell a secret story. Most of these coins were minted at the Paris Mint, Monnaie de Paris, marked with the tiny cornucopia symbol, a horn of plenty. But some rare versions lack this mark entirely or display an unusual placement, causing debates among collectors about authenticity and rarity. Imagine finding one of those rare versions lying unnoticed in your old drawer. Something once worth just a few cents could now be valued like a hidden artifact of history. That's why coin hunters and treasure seekers keep an eye out for even the smallest details on this coin, because those details can make all the difference. And if you think this is just a regular coin, keep watching, because what comes next will surprise you. By 1984, France was at a turning point. Technology, trade, and politics were evolving, and so was the economy. The 20 centimes coin represented not just currency, but the stability of a nation proud of its traditions yet ready to modernize. Around this time, the French government began preparing for the eventual shift to a new currency system that decades later would become the euro. This means that the 1984 issue stands as one of the last generations of coins fully representing the French franc era, a piece from a time before Europe united under one currency. That's what makes it historically significant. It's not just a coin, it's a symbol of a changing world. The sense of nostalgia attached to it makes collectors value it even more today. Now here's something that will really grab your attention. Not all 1984 20 centimes coins were made equal. Due to slight differences in die engraving, striking quality, and the conditions of preservation, some coins are much rarer than others. A perfectly uncirculated 1984 coin, with its golden shine intact and sharp edges, can fetch impressive prices at auctions. Some variants with minting errors or double strike marks have been known to sell for up to $100 or more, depending on demand and rarity. Imagine that, a coin that once couldn't even buy a cup of coffee in France, now turning into a collector's dream. And the suspense doesn't stop there. There are still rumors of undiscovered variants hidden in private collections, waiting to be found. When we talk about the beauty of this coin, it's not just about design. It's about craftsmanship. The engraver Luc Louix, often credited for later Euro designs, and earlier artists from the Monet de Paris carried forward a tradition of fine detailing that makes even a small 20-centime coin look like a work of art. Every detail, from Marianne's hair to the fine lettering, was carefully crafted using old mechanical presses. That's why, even after decades, the 1984 edition still gleams with historical charm. It's a masterpiece in miniature form, representing both artistic passion and national pride. But the true thrill comes when a collector realizes that their coin, sitting unnoticed for years, could belong to a rare batch that the world hasn't fully documented yet. Today, collectors and historians look at the 1984 20 centimes coin not just as currency, but as a memory of France's cultural and economic journey. Whether found in old French homes, antique markets, or global coin auctions, this small piece still travels across borders carrying its golden legacy. Many YouTube collectors and numismatists have shared stories of discovering this coin in their inherited collections and later realizing its real worth. Some even claim to have found mysterious variants with misprinted edges or rotated dies, which instantly boosted their coin's value and fame. The excitement of possibly owning one of these rare variants keeps the thrill alive among coin enthusiasts worldwide. So next time you come across a 1984 20 centimes coin, don't rush to spend or discard it. Look closely. Examine the mint mark, the edges, the shine, and every little imperfection. You might just be holding a piece of history, a symbol of freedom, and perhaps even a hidden treasure that's waiting to be rediscovered. Remember, in the world of numismatics, it's often the smallest details that hide the biggest surprises. And that's what makes coin collecting so exciting. You never know which ordinary-looking coin might change your fortune. So keep your eyes open, because that one forgotten 20 centimes 1984 coin might just be the key to your next amazing discovery. The year was 1988, a time when France was full of change, politically, economically, and culturally. But hidden in the hands of everyday citizens was something small yet powerful: the 20 centimes coin. At first glance, it might look like an ordinary piece of metal, but when you take a closer look, it reveals a fascinating connection to centuries of French history. This coin was minted during the era of the French Fifth Republic, a period that symbolized stability after years of transformation. The coin carries the face of Marianne, the woman who represents liberty, equality, and fraternity, the three pillars of French democracy. But what makes the 1988 edition so special isn't just its design or its use. It's the hidden details that turn this little coin into a silent witness of a nation's evolution and a collector's mystery waiting to be uncovered. Made from a golden-colored copper aluminum alloy known as Nordic gold, the 20 centimes coin of 1988 shines with a rich tone that makes it look far more valuable than its actual denomination. It weighs 5 grams, measures 23.5 millimeters in diameter, and carries that timeless elegance that French coins are famous for. The obverse side displays Marianne, the symbolic female figure wearing the Phrygian cap, representing freedom and the power of the Republic. Every curve and line of her portrait is a result of masterful engraving, meant to remind citizens that liberty is eternal. But beyond beauty lies mystery, because not all 1988 coins look exactly the same. Some rare versions show tiny variations, like slight changes in font thickness or mint mark placement, which today make collectors wonder how many secret versions truly exist. And yes, some of those rare ones have been sold for far more than anyone expected. The reverse side is equally poetic and symbolic. It features the denomination 20 centimes, the date 1988, and France's proud motto Liberté, Égalité, Fraternité, words that have echoed since the Revolution of 1789. Surrounding them are wheat ears and olive branches, representing prosperity and peace. But here's the twist. The placement of these designs slightly changed from year to year due to engraving wear and recutting, meaning that even coins from the same year can have minor but collectible differences. Some sharp-eyed collectors have even reported finding 1988 coins with rotated dies, or coins missing part of the edge pattern. A detail so small, most people would never notice it. Yet these rare varieties are what make coin hunters' hearts race. Just imagine a tiny imperfection turning a common coin into a treasure. The mint mark of the 1988 20 centimes coin is another secret worth knowing. Most of these coins were struck at the Monnaie de Paris, the official Paris mint, which has been minting coins since the year 864, over 1,000 years of history. The mint symbol, a small cornucopia, horn of plenty, appears near the edge of the coin, representing wealth and abundance. But some mysterious pieces from 1988 either show a faint or misplaced mark, and those are the ones that collectors chase. These minting variations, often created unintentionally by press misalignment or die polishing, are now considered golden opportunities for those who recognize them. If you ever find a 1988 coin with a missing or double mint mark, don't let it go. You might be holding a rare gem from the heart of French minting history. 1988 was also a significant year in France's economy. The country was preparing for changes that would shape Europe's future. The growing idea of a unified European currency, which would eventually become the euro in 2002. That makes the 1988 20 centimes coin one of the last few generations of French franc coins before the currency slowly started to fade from daily use. This small coin became a silent witness of that transition, from national pride to European unity. In many ways, it represents the bridge between old France and modern Europe. Collectors see this coin not only as money but as a fragment of history, a time capsule from a world that no longer exists, where the franc ruled the markets and cash carried real national identity. Now, here's where things get even more interesting. Although millions of these coins were minted, only a few have survived in uncirculated or near-perfect condition. Most coins spent years passing from one hand to another, losing their shine in markets, cafes, and public transport. But those rare, untouched 1988 coins, preserved with their golden glow and sharp details, are the ones that can fetch impressive prices today. In recent years, auctions and online collectors' platforms have shown sales of such coins for tens or even hundreds of dollars, depending on rarity, error marks, and condition. The question that keeps collectors excited is simple. What if my coin is one of the rare ones? That curiosity is what drives the thrill of the hunt and keeps the suspense alive for every coin lover. When you study this coin closely, you realize that it's more than metal. It's a masterpiece of French design and engineering. The engravings were carefully crafted using traditional minting techniques combined with early computer-aided adjustments. The precision, alignment, and detailing show how much care went into creating something that millions would use daily but few would ever truly appreciate. The coin also carries emotional weight. It's a piece that connects generations. Many French citizens still remember using these coins before the euro came in, holding them as part of their childhood or daily life. For collectors today, owning the 1988 20 centimes is like holding a small piece of French memory frozen in time. Even after decades, the 1988 20 centimes coin continues to capture attention around the world. Whether you find it in an old collection, a flea market, or even inside a forgotten piggy bank, it always sparks curiosity. Is it just a normal coin? Or could it be one of the rare error pieces worth much more than you think? That's the beauty of numismatics, the science and art of coin collecting. Every small coin hides a big story, and this one from 1988 is no exception. It stands as a golden reminder of France's proud past and the mysteries that time has left behind. So before you spend or sell it, take a moment to look closer, because who knows, that simple 20 centimes coin in your hand might just be the key to uncovering a forgotten treasure of history.